Peace, peace. Another glorious day, y'all. Another glorious day. But of course it is. I hope everything is good with you and yours. Let's get right to it. And with that being said, get started now. You see what I'm saying? Start building that muscle now. And I'm talking about right now. So let's go, let's get it, you dig what I'm saying? So all that, whatever it is that you think age is based around being a certain time and all that, don't worry about that, just get to it. You get to your nearest park, you get to your nearest gym, you get to your nearest driveway, you start wherever it is you occupy. You take what I'm saying? That's how you do that. So we just started with the dips. We're gonna come over here and get some pull-ups. It's as simple as that. It's not complicated. It's not no overthinking. It's not putting it off to the next day, pondering on how. You arrive at the park, right? Like so. You're gonna place your hands on that pull-up bar as I'm about to demonstrate. And it's gonna do nothing but offer you great benefits. So just like that, we start off with a nice clean 7. You know what I mean? Your count might be 10, And if that's the case, give yourself that due credit, all right? That's how you do that, y'all. But of course. And then what we do is we follow up, we get right back up on that bar. You know what I'm saying? Don't let up. Don't spend too much time on your phone. You get right to it. And you stay consistent. But what I want to point out, if you are able, or if you have been in tune in terms of a lot of my previous content where I started off with maybe 3 pull-ups. Here it is today. I'm starting off with the 7 reps a set. Salute to myself. I share that with you because I have arrived at a point today to where I could start off with 7 instead of 3 reps getting or working up to 7. You see what I'm saying? So let's get to it. So let's get to it. Again, this is a huge milestone for me. And I'm pointing this out. It's so necessary for me to remind you. And if you so choose to take a look at my archives and the previous videos, you don't have to scroll down that far. And you'll see those particular videos of me doing pull-ups when I started with 2 or 3 from the start. And then throughout the duration of that particular video, which I have many on the channel, throughout the duration of those videos is when my reps increase. I have better days than others where it starts off with more than 3 reps. But now I'm arriving to a point now of a much higher starting count of reps. Again, it's great. Let's get these dips in, y'all. So it's necessary, and I always want to keep that on the forefront of what it is to, what it is to increase your reps. Especially for me, somebody who had a situation that caused me to have to rebuild oneself. So that was a 15 count on those dips. So get started now to build that muscle. To get that desired physique you've been dreaming about. You've been thinking about. No longer should you hold yourself back. Let's go, let's get it, let's. Gonna grab that bar like so. Gonna go up. So it's looking like it's gonna be push-ups and dips today. Fantastic workout I did the day before yesterday. Hitting that jump rope to the max. The other day I was actually out here and I started a video and I had my son with me, and then he had an incident. He had fell and scraped his leg. So of course it required him to, you know, he needed some band-aids, and it wasn't minor to the point to where I could have continued with the footage. So I had to stop that video immediately, of course, you know. But just giving you the update on that. So I had a new video prior to this one on its way. So it didn't work out. You know, Daddy had to take care of the young one, you heard? All right, so it's push-ups and dips today, y'all. Let's go, let's get it, let's... It's a nice clean chin right there. Notice the control. Notice the contraction. Notice how the back activation is reacting to that clean pull. Again, the start day is today. Get it now. You want to build that muscle, start now. You want to get that, you want to see improvement, start now. Yeah. And when I go back to back like that, my reps may decline. And I'm not worried about that. But I'm doing it correctly. And as I've said time and time again, the workout I do today is gonna contribute to tomorrow. It's gonna contribute to next week. It's gonna contribute to next month. You know? On that type of time. Huss. Felt fantastic. My outlook is this too. Muscle could be built at any age. You know? Granted, there is, those single-digit years in one's life. Of course, the ages of 6, 7, 8, 9, you know what I mean? We gotta be realistic. But once you in the range of 12, 13, even 11, you know what I'm saying? Maybe even 10, we can go as low as 10, which is a double-digit number, you know what I mean? Again, being so close to reaching that point of where the body will start to respond in a way of where it could start to construct that the definition, it can happen from as early as that, right? All the way up until your 50s, your 70s. You have people that have started working out in their 70s. Let's go. Let's get those dips. We're gonna come back to that pull-up bar. So the point that I'm making, right, is let me say this too. Because when we're talking about age and the best time to start your gains, I tell you this here, especially from the many years and many workout environments I've occupied, and throughout those years, I've seen many young people that work out and haven't built muscle, that I have not seen any significant changes. Because when it's not done properly, when you're not consistent, when you're not putting in beyond effort, nobody's gonna gain. I don't care what age you are. And that's the point that I'm making too. For sure. Let's get it. Get up on that dip ball. So I seen that too. And then you have somebody who never worked out a day in their life at the age of 30, 40, 50, 60, and their body responded wonderful. And I'm gonna keep telling you, I'm a prime example. I didn't become this defined until my 30s, pre-surgery, prior to my injury. But I wasn't on social media, so you wouldn't know that. And then I endured a setback, gained weight all over again. Got back on track. Let's get these dips, y'all. I didn't start doing burpees until the year, and this was post-surgery. Again, might I add, that I started doing the burpees. And let's just say about 2000 and, put it like this, when I began this YouTube channel. Perfect point in which I started doing burpees. I think one of my third videos that I made on this channel is still up. I got all black. I got my necklace on. I got boots on. And I'm not sure if that's the first burpee video, but that's when I started the burpees. I say that to say this. And I'll tell you after these dips. It's when I start, again, that video is when I started doing the burpees. I share that with you because prior to that, I've never done burpees a day in my life. It wasn't until my third, before I'm trying to think. But nonetheless, much later in my life, much later, from all the working out I've done, is when I started doing burpees and fell in love with them. The point I'm making is never too late. Better late than never. And with that being said about the burpees, is when I really started to experience my physique becoming more defined. I do think about, have I done what I do now much earlier on where I would have benefited from, but better late than never. And I want to share that with you. If you haven't, and if you are considering getting back in shape, and if you are, I strongly suggest you do. That's what we represent here at 7 Fitness. It's just that. A way of life. Fitness. And I'm going to keep telling you. I'm going to keep sharing with you. Let's get these pull-ups, y'all. That felt fantastic. Notice how clean those pull-ups are. I don't cross my legs. Some people do. I just never have. In my opinion, I would say it's good for beginners, but to truly get that full pull-up experience, is to don't cross them legs. Hang from that bar and you pull your body up in its entirety. Let me break this up a little bit, get some of these push-ups in. Let's go narrow with it. This will hit the triceps too, y'all. Let me bring this down a notch. I haven't done these in a while. When you go narrow with those push-ups off the bench, really gives you that crease in your chest. Because if you figure, you can see pardon me, anyway, you can see when I bring my arms in that narrow, look at the activation. Look how it squeezes that chest, and you can see the crease in the middle being contracted. Hit my triceps too. We're gonna get back to them pull-ups. So start building muscle now. A day like this, it's a Friday evening. I have already taken my son home. Again, it's more a matter of the free time that I'm taking advantage of. Point blank, period. And that's what's going on right now. And this is where the investment, this is where the deposit, this is where the work will offer the desired results. But of course, one has to show up and start building muscle now. Let's hit those push-ups again. You can feel those in your shoulders too. Again, when you go forward, look at how my body responds when I do that. You see all that up in here, up in that upper region. So when I'm doing a push-up and I'm focusing my mind, when you go so narrow, and now, this could be uncomfortable for a lot of people. You know, that form of push-ups, as basic as it looks, somewhat challenging, more so for people who do have shoulder issues, you know, elbow issues, you know, so. But if that's not the case for you, and you feel, you're gonna feel more tension involved with that, more pressure, you know, you push till that tension builds up, and you'll feel how much that chest will thank you. Set them pull-ups. I went much wider on those. Notice the control. Beautiful. Beautiful. get that again. Get back to those. Let's follow up with those dips. Start building muscle now. Get on that ground level, as I just demonstrated. Hit those Australians. A beginner's approach to doing pull-ups. Set right there, burn. So start building muscle now. Not tomorrow, not next week, not when the summer is already here. now, today, if you haven't already. What we want to do? Let's get some more dips in. Because we just hit the biceps. So let's follow up the triceps. That's how you get your arms bigger too. Hit them both. Hit your triceps and your biceps, y'all. We're gonna get right back on them dips. You hit them both. Hit your biceps and your triceps. And that's another milestone for me. Being able to hit that pull-up bar, and on that last set, hang from the bar, and then get that last rep. It's a milestone for me even hanging from that bar. Then I follow up with them push-ups. Start building muscle now. And I would say, whether that's doing body weight workouts, calisthenics, hitting the weight, doing push-ups off the ground, even start with your sit-ups. It don't have to necessarily be an upper body way of starting out your workout or fitness journey. Of course, you can start with your legs, the foundation. Just get started. And when your body resists you, you keep pushing, fighting, until the body starts to crave it, starts to demand it. And that's, of course, if you haven't started already. I had to fight for that 10. You saw it. But it beats a 0. Matter of fact, let's get another set. Let's get those back-to-back sets. I try to, and I've said it before, within my routine, I like to do 2 sets of the same exercise before I move on to the next. So let's give this bar another round of attention. It's 5. It's 8. 10. Then I follow up with my dips. Hit them biceps and them triceps. Back to back. You hit one, you follow up with the other. Start building muscle now. Start building muscle now. So tonight, my post-workout meal would be a bowl of oatmeal. Not a big bowl. I'm gonna stop by the grocery store on the way home, get me a jar of peanut butter. Hopefully the bananas are ripe. If not, I sprinkle in a few raisins. Of course, hit it with the cinnamon. And that'll be it for the night. You know, I had a decent lunch earlier, so it doesn't require me to eat much tonight, and that's just how I do it. So I'll have that before 8 o'clock or around that time, and then after that, that'll be it for anything else tonight to eat until tomorrow morning. You know, that's how I stay, you know, lean or leaner. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. This work, flexing, responding well. You know, so build muscle now, start today, you know? Let's hit these push-ups. Start now. $16. That was 30. Let me break them push-ups up with them triceps. We get right back at it. That was 20 on that one. Let me get back to them push-ups. Hold on, let me take my belongings out my pocket. Not quite 13. But it all add up. 20. Seven. Like I said, it's the point I'm arriving at, slowly but surely. The start of the routine, my reps are at a higher number. I went from, in so many of my previous videos, doing 2, 3 to start off, working my way up to 7. So from the point of me arriving at starting from 7, okay? Now, the goal is to increase that 7 to 10 reps and then make that 10 the starting rep count from the beginning, and then keeping that 10 count of reps for at least 8 sets or so. Now, this is not the first video as of recent where I've been hitting a higher rep count. And that previous video was when I first used the microphone. So, you know, I'm just aware of points of reference where my progress is solidified. A little better on that one. That was 8. It's better than 2 or 3. It's better than 5. You know? And with that being said, my energy is not even at its optimum today. You know? It's just not. But I'm out here. And when I'm done with this routine, I could say to myself, well done. You got to it. You showed up. And I can tell myself that with all honesty. Let's hit these pull-ups again, y'all. Not quite 7, but I was this close. Huss. It's a Friday evening today. I arrived to the park late. Other responsibilities, of course, were tended to first. But nonetheless, we here. More reps, more sets accomplished. Start today. If you haven't already. Start building muscle now. There is no tomorrow. Today. Not quite 10. I be hitting them odd numbers so often. I'm trying to want to get past that. Hit them even. If I'm gonna hit an odd number, let it be 25. So we working toward that. Else. Some days better than others. Let's get it. Yeah, but the sun is starting to set out here. But anyway, you already. I didn't want today to pass by without me, of course, getting this workout. And at the same time, connect with the community by way of this content, so it ain't hard to tell. I excel, then prevail. Let's get a few more dips in. But yeah, you already know. Much gratitude, as always, for your viewership, for your participation. You heard? So let's go over this real quick. We hit the pull-ups, we hit our back, we hit our triceps, hit our biceps, we hit some chest, we did some push-ups, so nice upper body workout. Start building muscle now. Not tomorrow, but today. If you haven't already. Just want to make mention, when we're talking about building this muscle, one should not place limits due to age. And I have to say that because you see it all over the internet. You know, they're gonna try to sell you certain things, and I'm not here to go on a tirade about that, but you get my point. Everybody's journey is different. But here at 7 Fitness, me, myself, I prefer the organic approach to my gains and work hard for what I have obtained thus far. And I could share that with you in all honesty. Again, I want to mention, and that's just necessary for me to say, even the younger people that I observe at the gym, they have the phones out, the energy drink, and the least amount of work that should be applied. Listen, no shade to such individuals, but I say that coming from an individual that is very serious about what fitness is and should be represented as. And I share with my audience, no matter what generation your age falls within, you could build muscle today. You could get your gains today. You could feel better than you did yesterday, today. You could feel better than what you felt an hour now, right now. And my suggestion would be, and how to receive such an experience in life of that magnitude, is take the organic approach. No shortcuts. Challenge yourself. Apply the necessary pressure. Give yourself extra rep sets than what you initially set as your goal for that routine. Take it a day at a time. It's a journey. And everybody's journey is different. But this is not a journey, or this is not just a journey for me. It's a way of life. catch you on the next go around. Peace.